to you at the community service of American Cablevision.
Live from Carl Baker's basement.
Customary greeting, the firm handshake, my place competing, all the lunches I will take. Oh yes, I'll chat about the weather, while maintaining my demure. My skin as thick as leather, as I slip you my brochure. Sunday, all the samples in my case, so that 9 a.m. on Monday, I can shove them in your face. An appointment is not needed, my demeanor like a fist. Your warning's going heated, because your name is on my list. And Mercedes, for those who care to hear, do nothing for the ladies, and they say I'm insincere.
You're insincere.
All the women in my life, they put me on the shelf. The reason for this strife is I cannot sell myself.
stupid. Come on, man. You got a mic.
Give him a mic.
You talking to me? You know, I'm a big star. You can't talk to me that way. Besides, I thought I saw a boom mic here when I came in. We'll start again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ricardo Montalban. No, wait a minute. That's wrong. No, wait a minute. My name is Fernando Lamas. And tonight we are going to be visiting with a great Indianapolis band. They're cousins from Venus. They're just marvelous, marvelous. They live here, as you can see, at this beautiful Broad Ripple establishment, the patio. There's their mailing address. Just marvelous place. And it's really very strange because they told me they live here, and I decided to interview them in their home.
You kids, be back at the last call. None of this 4 and 5 in the morning business. Kitty, you go out now.
Excuse me. Hi.
Excuse me.
How do you do? My name is Fernando
I know
Lamas.
you don't have to tell me. Fernando, come on in. We didn't expect you so soon. I don't have my nails done.
I guess we can go in.
Come on
Wonderful.
in.
You just look marvelous.
Why, thank you.
You look
So do
lovely.
You
I feel marvelous.
Right, come
And you
on.
know, I've only been dead for a year and a half. You know, this place does not look like a home. It looks more like a bar. You know, you've got
You know, people tell us that all the time.
They do. Well, I
This
wonder
way.
why. Well, I guess we'll just go back here and see this marvelous.
Come on,
They
man.
have marvelous tropical cocktails, as you can see.
They're right here. This is where we live.
Hello?
Hi,
This
you
is their
guys.
home.
You guys are here. Quiet, we got pet toys at home.
Yes, would you
But
mind?
it's Fernando, you remember I said he's coming. Fernando, this
How are
is...
you doing, you lovely people?
This is Mr. and Mrs.
Didn't know you were
Peabody.
coming, Fernando. How you doing?
It's wonderful, wonderful to see you.
Excuse me, I'm just gonna sit over here.
All right,
You
why
introduce
don't, Peabody, why don't you introduce me to some of your friends here?
Fernando, I don't think you've met Mr. Cesium
I don't believe I have.
and Mrs. Cesium.
How do you do?
Fernando.
It's nice to meet you. You have a marvelous, marvelous band in your hair.
I would like you to meet Mr. Chambers of Chambers, 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 and Peabody.
How do you do? Nice to meet you. Marvelous time.
On his left is Mrs. Vulcan. I don't think
Mrs.
you've met her either.
Vulcan. I don't believe I have. Excuse me, dear. How do you do? Fernando Lamas. How do you do? You look just marvelous tonight. I love
Now,
that.
Fernando, you met Johnny Vulcan on The Tonight Show once.
Oh, that's right. I was saying to Johnny Carson, you know,
Nice jacket. I like
Mr.
that.
Vulcan, you look marvelous, you know.
Thank you. So do you.
And who else?
Dan, can you run it down? I got a game tomorrow.
Peabody Jr., go back to sleep, please.
Who is that?
That's my son, Peabody Jr.
Ah, I
This
see.
is my daughter, P. Bazongas.
P. Bazongas, how do you do? That's a marvelous, marvelous crocheting job you're doing there. I love this place. It's a beautiful, beautiful home. And what is that marvelous aroma I smell?
Well, Fernando, we want you to stay for dinner.
I'd love to. Is that a burglar alarm over there? I guess not. What do you have there?
This is our special Venoid stew with secret ingredients.
Yes?
Sliders,
Marvelous.
Italian milk duds,
Lovely.
and spam.
Wonderful, wonderful, marvelous meal. I wonder if you've ever tried it, though, with a little potted meat food product. This stuff is marvelous.
Hey guys, Fernando brought us potted meat food product
Yeah,
for
just-
dinner tonight.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we'll be back to speak with the cousins from Venus in a little while. We want to hear some of their marvelous music. So until then, this is Fernando Lamas saying, Evaya con Dios. Marvelous, marvelous home you have here. It really is. I like that. I like all this. That's beautiful.
I can see you coming, just walking down the street. When you feel it, you got crazy jumping feet. Walking down the alleyway,
Mr. Jones is shaking that leg. Time to feed the monkey. Gotta pick him up another bag. Go jump down round the corner. Find myself another fool. Get a bad game tonight, boys, and hustle a little pool. Oh, thank you, Jesus. In the middle of my door. Jones is coming down. I'll do anything to make us smile. Say I'm just 14. How would you like to make some money and have some ribs and ribs? Go down round the corner, take this little bag. Then you say, hey, big boy, you wanna grab a little skag? Oh, happy Jesus, in the middle of my door. Jones is coming down, I'll do anything to make a score. Should quit. I know I should right now, cause I'm feeling sick, and I really don't know how. My eyes are turning yellow, my urine is turning brown, but I feel I could get mellow if I could get down. Oh, help me, Jesus, in the middle of my door. So, is it coming down? I'll do anything to make us score. Shit. Rob your mother! Stab your mother!
And now live from Television City in Hollywood, Venoids say the darndest things. Thank you. I'm your host, Link Artletter. And now let's not waste any time at all. Let's get right over there to those crazy Venoids. Hey, where'd they go? What's going on here?
They're over there.
What? Talk to me, Denny. I need some help here. Am I getting glare? Oh, here they are. How you doing, kids? What's your name?
Saria.
Saria. Well, isn't that a beautiful name, Saria? Say, have you ever been radioactive? I'm just kidding. Just kidding you. Say, listen, what would you like to be when you grow up?
I've really thought about it a long time. I'd like to be a big-time wrestler.
A big-time wrestler? I can't believe it. Oh, sorry. I sort of lost my footing there. Hi, who have we got here?
I'm Cubby.
Cubby! How you doing, Cubby?
I'm okay.
Let me ask you this, Cubby. Who won the Indianapolis 500 in 1943?
Wilbur Shaw.
Yo, that's wrong, you crazy kid. They didn't have one in 1943. It was called because of the war. No, really, come back here. I'm just kidding, you crazy kid. Hey, it's been great. What would you like to be when you grow up?
Well, I'd either like to be a fireman or a great existentialist novelist.
I'm sure that's just wonderful. We've had a heck of a lot of fun talking to you, Cubby. Well, we're going to move on up here right now. Oh, sorry, kids. Whoa, must be something neurological, I guess. Hey, who have we got here?
My name's Cesium.
Cesium? Well, what kind of a name is that? Where'd you get it from? One of those things with all the chemicals on it or something?
Oh, from my dad.
We've all heard that before, kid. But listen, seriously,
What would you like to do when you grow up?
Well, be rich and famous. What else is there?
It's been wonderful talking to you, Cesium. Let's see who else we have here. Oh, look at this little guy right here. Look at this little tie here. All right, what's your name? What's your name, Sonny?
My name is Johnny Vulcan.
Johnny Vulcan? Johnny Vulcan, just like Mr. Spock, I bet, huh? Do you get kidded about your pointy ears here, Johnny, do you?
Not my ears.
Oh, not his ears. I'll tell you what, we've got to be going, Johnny. I wish I could keep on talking to you all night long. You know, these crazy kids. Come on over here. You don't want to look at him anymore. Well, we're just about out of time, and we'll be back next week. Peabody, we don't have time to talk to that crazy nut. Hey, what's your name? Peabody. What do you want to do when you grow up? Fine, isn't that wonderful? Well, we talked to Peabody. We've got to get out of here now. Stay tuned next week for another Go Venoids, say the darndest thing.
There was a boy with a strange fantasy. He was stumbled by the geography. Well, he longed the sunshine, 10-mile beach line, saw the water in the air. To ride a boat with a red racing stripe would be a thrill and a time that is right for him. The fields is ocean, it's his final stand. The crops beneath him, they're at his command. Well, you ride a pipeline around the confines, the stocks are flying in his way. He moves ahead and the curl he shoots, while hanging time in his red wing boots of leather. He's cornfield surveying, don't ask why. Trade your beans for some baggies and we'll go surfing. The corn is high. Nearing the end of his final pass, the wind has died and he's in the tall grass. Well, while in his best groove, he felt his soul move. It changed his life for good. He said, hey Pop, this is more than a craze. I get my kicks on a wave of maize. Here I go. I'm cornfield surveying. Don't ask why. Trade your beans for some baggies and we'll go surfing when the corn is
But I'll stay beside you. My Sioux City boy.
The field is bare and the surfers are gone. Our hero's fallen, but his memory lives on. Well, a child of vision, grace and precision, a man outstanding in his field. Remember him when the tassels are high. He's on that great bonsai in the sky forever. Cornfield surveying, don't ask why. Trade your bets for some baggies and we'll go surfing when the corn is high. Cornfield surveying, don't ask why. Trade your bets for some baggies, we'll go surfing when the corn is high. Sioux City boy is my Sioux City boy. This cornfield surveying.
Well, thank you. That was just marvelous, marvelous. Cubby, excuse me, I'm going to talk here for a second. This is Fernando Lamas, and we want to thank you for watching our show tonight. It's been a marvelous. Will you please be quiet while I'm talking? I'm a great star. I don't have to take this from you. We want to thank the cousins from Venus. We got them all here. We got everybody here. We want to thank Saria, the beautiful Saria, and Sar. We got who's that over there? Peabody. And we've got this marvelous guy here, Johnny Vulcan. We got Cubby, of course, and Mr. Cesium up there. We want to thank them. Next week, we have Macumba Dentists. Marvelous, marvelous band. Also, we will have, this is going to be really wonderful, Governor Bob Orr will perform his hit video. He can't be here. What do you mean he can't be here? He won't be here. He's got a hockey game. Well, that's just marvelous. He got a hockey game. Well, wonderful. It's never happened to me on Johnny Carson's show. Well, anyway, coming up in a future weeks, we've got Eclipse and The Late Show, two marvelous bands. You want to watch for the new show on American Cable Vision, Indies Backstage Pass, which is really just going to be a marvelous, marvelous show. And I feel marvelous. And now we're going to hear the song that made the Cousins from Venus famous, Ricardo Montalban's favorite song. I know this on Fantasy Island, and that little guy that runs around with him got fired, I think. Gilligan's Island, hit it, guys. Marvelous.
Sit right back in her hotel, a tale of a trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure. 6 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. The minnow would be lost. The ship's aground on the shore of this. And sure of troubles in your sight, where they gonna go? The skipper told you. And his wife, movie star, the professor and Mary Ann, here on Gilligan's Island. Like Robinson Crusoe, it's primitive as can be. It's primitive as can be. So join us here each week, my friends. Be sure to get a smile from 6 stranded castaways here on Gilligan's Isle. Here on Gilligan's change them if you like to try. All I wanted was love of my own girl. Without you, then say goodbye.